Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of The Movie Social. We're your hosts, Ricky and Steph.
What up, what up, what up?
Today's episode, we're going to be doing a spoiler review of the new Amazon Prime Video show called Utopia. And that is a phenomenal show, but we're going to get into that in a second. But if you like the channel and you like getting reviews for movies and TV shows and video games and animes, and you also like the reviews that we're doing and like getting recommendations for different things like that, definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up and let us know in the comments how we're doing and what you think about each episode that we're reviewing here. So, for Utopia, man, oh man, what can I say? As a reaction for the show, it was not what I thought it was going to be. It was even better than what I thought it was going to be. So I initially thought it was going to be more so like with the word Utopia, in the way you've seen a lot of different shows that try to use the word Utopia. Oh, this big place sealed off from the world that they live in nice happiness. I mean, there is technically a place like that on the show, but it wasn't what I thought it would be. It turned out to be this big old mystery of finding the rabbit, where's Jessica Hyde and all that. And it all started off with a animated comic book in a way, and went from there. Might I add, after they found that comic book and everything, the events that unfolded at that mini Comic Con, wow, it just went up from there. And I was like, this show is wild. I didn't expect some of the killings to happen the way they did and all of that. What did you think, Seth? Yeah.
Man, so my initial reaction. I'm gonna start with my initial reaction, my reaction during the series, and then at the end. First initial reaction was, okay, this is just gonna be about a comic. Okay, whatever. And then this is my original reaction, like watching the first couple of minutes or so. Then at the Comic-Con, I was like, this is more than just about a comic. People are dying. Quickly, I might add. As the show was progressing, I was like, yo, this show is immaculate. If I don't get a season 2, obviously we know that it's not going to be season 2 right away, but I know if I don't get a season 2, I'm writing Amazon, and I don't write letters. After, it made me think that maybe, just maybe, that the things that are going on in our world are being controlled by man a lot more than we actually think. So much more.
That's possible. And you notice Amazon, before each episode they put out there about the events of this movie, well, this show, it has no bearings on that.
Yeah, it's basically like giving a disclaimer, but this writer was onto something.
Mm-hmm. I need to know, when did they start writing this? And I actually think this is based off of an actual comic book or book, something like that. I think.
I believe it was.
I didn't check that part yet, but boy, my favorite part of this whole show was, actually, I don't know, because there was a lot of good parts. But okay, I'm gonna say my favorite part of it was when they actually first meet Jessica Hyde, and the guy's eye was just ticking out, and how she comes down there and uses the axe and just chucks this man's head right away.
Yes.
And then they get to her house, and she still kills one of them because she doesn't want to lead. She doesn't want anyone else to be a leader but her. And I'm like, I understand her whole persona with all this, because she's different from the rest of the world, and she's basically been isolated. So it was interesting watching her as a character grow on this show.
Yes, she definitely did grow.
Because she became more sentimental towards the group as the show went on.
Yeah.
Making me feel like the one character didn't actually have to die. Because that was a ruthless death. Just...
It was so sudden.
Yeah.
It caught you off guard. I jumped a little. Just a little bit. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, I wasn't either. But I'll say my worst part of the show was when they actually got to where the other pages of the book was hidden, and the mother was already the foster mother was killed right in front of the foster child.
That was not nice.
And she just went and laid right over her. It reminded me of the Lion King with Simba telling his father, "Come on, get her."
Don't do that. You're gonna pull at my heartstrings, man. You cannot do that to me.
That's exactly how it reminded me. I was like, oh, poor Mufasa and Simba. But other than that, yeah, this movie was phenomenal. Well, the show was phenomenal. I really hope there's a season 2. And I gotta find out if this man's least favorite part might be that cliffhanger at the end.
No, actually, it wasn't. My favorite part. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Was actually finding out the whole rabbit hole of like the virus and what the virus was for. No, not virus. The vaccine. What the purpose of the vaccine was for. Yeah, the purpose of the vaccine is to make us sterile for 3 generations for population control.
Well, that's the whole point. The virus is going to start going through the 3 generations.
Bro.
But after that, there will be no more babies.
Yeah. Yo. That was absolutely insane. And what made me like that part my favorite part, because it shows you that in some instances that we may all not like a villain, but if a villain tells you something that makes sense, that makes 2 + 2 = 4, while you're sitting there using your unbiased brain and you sit there and listen to him, you start to think.
But see, he was still wrong in my opinion.
I mean, he was wrong.
You can't kill off the world's population.
As we've seen, Wilson was, as he was talking to him and reverberating everything and listening to him, he was like, yo,
no, but see,
he kind of has a point.
See, I still question that part. But that's going to be for a bigger breakdown video.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to do a breakdown video.
I kind of still like he does kind of have a point.
Completely.
But my least favorite part, if I can actually find one, because I loved it. I loved the series in its entirety. Was the killings of the family.
Oh.
Because, I mean,
that stuff was wild.
From when they killed the couple and their friends at the Comic-Con, to killing Wilson's family with the gas and stuff like that. And, like, I feel like you can get your point across, you can get what you want without killing.
But there was supposed to be no witnesses left.
True, but it was just sad. And then, like, the little girl was coming back from the grocery store.
Oh, that part was messed up.
And
to me, I felt she was a little dumb.
And then the funny part about it was the father just was like, oh, this is somebody after me after I've been digging up my research.
They all were conspiracy nuts.
Yeah, they're all conspiracy. But it was sad. Because, I mean, like, the way Wilson had to find out that his family was killed, and the other guy finds out that his family was killed and stuff like that.
His family was in the hospital.
Well, yeah, in the hospital. But they were attacked.
Yeah.
It was kind of sad because, I mean, no one wants to lose their family. But all in all, man, it's such a great series.
Definitely. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. Watch this. I'm not going to say recommend. No, watch it. I'm telling you to watch it. You don't have an option at this point. This show is really phenomenal. From beginning to end, with the cliffhanger of finding out that the FBI agent that they thought was meant to help them was actually the rabbit. In a way.
Mm-hmm.
Because she had the same exact tattoo as the other rabbit. Which makes me wonder, are there more than one rabbit? Who's the real rabbit?
Who framed Roger Rabbit?
No. And then them actually getting Jessica Hyde back at home. And then capturing half of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have 2 factions of this whole evil empire leading into season 2.
And the dad is alive in the basement.
Yep.
You know who I would love to see her dad?
Yeah, they definitely did not show the
dad. You know who I would love to see who her dad is? Can't think of his name right now, and I feel bad. We did a Black Excellence on him. He was in Hamilton. Snowpiercer. I feel terrible.
David Diggs.
Yes, David Diggs.
See, I don't know.
That would be awesome.
I don't know who I would want to play that role.
That would be awesome. But I'm not going to recommend it either. Watch it. Just watch it. You will not be upset with wasting. You wouldn't feel like you're wasting your time. You feel like you're entrenched in a world that actually kind of has some conspiracies that make you go, like. It was well written. This show was one of my favorite shows to watch in 2020.
This definitely will deserve some awards,
Yes.
greatly, from costume to acting. And on top of that, it only took me 2 days to watch this. That's how good it was. They're actual full-length episodes, so
Yeah. About 50 minutes.
Yep, and there's only 8 episodes for this.
Yeah.
So they packed the whole punch in a short amount of time.
And they get a lot of stuff across. A lot of stuff across.
I was like, But if you have watched this or plan to watch it, let us know in the comments below. Definitely tell us what your thoughts of this whole show is. We want to hear from you guys. And until next time.